Roll the wrists, bend and extend the elbows. Good to have you guys today. Nice wide feet. And I'm going to turn the head left and right a few times. And then eyes forward, rotate the spine, working our way down the body. Not twisting at the knees. Just a couple more. You're welcome to do more than this if you like. Pause at one side. Take a nice deep breath. Expand the lungs and the ribs. Exhale, unwind and head to the other side. Nice deep breath. Expand the lungs and the ribs. Exhale, unwind. Feet come closer together and we do circles with the hips. Hula hoop circles, making sure all the joints are awake and alive and feeling like they can move, right? All right, and switch directions. Hula hoop circles. And marching the knees. Marching the knees, a little bit of pedaling here. Just to get the hip flexors awake next. All right. And you might jog and trot and just kind of shake out the body, finishing up our kind of preliminary primer, right? The warm up to get the blood through the body. All right. Starting with our arm sequence, we've got about 5 different arm postures that we start with. Starting with low mountain, where the hands are wide, right? And the peak of the mountain is narrow, the base of the mountain is wide. Try to unlock the knees here so that your knees have cushion and some good flow, right? Good blood flow in them. Pull the shoulder blades back and down. We don't want to shrug the shoulders up toward the ears. We want to keep them down, 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 down. Nice long neck, right? Here's what it looks like from the side. I've just got my knees unlocked, tucking my tail a little bit, not flaring the tail, tucking the tail. And squeeze the back muscles. If you want to be a little more vigorous, you can. All right, next, palms together. Some people call this prayer palms. I just call it left meets right, left hand and right hand, palms together. Squeeze the chest muscles if you can here. Breathing. As you exhale, give the core a nice good squeeze. Breathe in. Squeeze the core. All right, our next arm posture. Arms come up, straight up overhead, quote unquote straight up, right? So my arms are forward just slightly. Okay, I don't look like a perfect yogi textbook or anything. My arms don't come all the way back by my ears. That's fine. I can force that, but that's not comfortable on my spine, right? I find that I'm hyperextending. I find that I'm jutting my chin forward, and I don't want to do those things. I keep my spine nice and vertical, chin tucked back, and arms come up to their happy capacity. There we go. That's my bamboo. All right, and cactus is next. Elbows out to the sides, roughly a 90-degree angle at the elbows, but it doesn't have to be exactly. Palms are open, nice long fingers here pointing upward. Unlock the knees, reminder. I gotta remind myself all day to keep my knees unlocked. And if you would like, we've been doing sort of a cactus pull down. So this is cactus, right? It looks like a Taco Time cactus or a Southwest saguaro cactus. If you do the pull down, you make the fists and pull down, down, down with the elbows. Now, this is not a traditional element of yoga. To my knowledge, we're just doing this because it's the same muscle groups and I get a little bit more action out of that pull down in my rhomboids and lower traps, and pull the shoulder blades back. All right, next up, T-shaped arms, arms out to the sides. If your arms need a break, by the way, you can always come out of it for a second. T-shaped arms. Arms are nice and long, fingers are long, out to the sides. No higher though, no higher than parallel with the ground. No higher than the height of the shoulders. So we don't want them any higher than this. Lower is okay, right? That can be safe. But higher than the height of the shoulders might pinch stuff in the shoulders. We don't want to pinch the soft tissues. All right, so listen to your body at all times. If you need to modify something, modify it. Keep the shoulder blades down, and then let's come down and swing the arms. All right, let's roll the shoulders a couple times. 5 arm postures. All right, I'm going to move through them more quickly here. There are 5, and I'm going to cycle through maybe 5 times, okay? And it'll be fairly quick. If you mix one up, that's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm going to mix up the words. I always mix up my bamboo and my cactus. I'm going to have nice wide feet here, right? Sink down at the knees and hips for a little bit of squat action for the quadriceps, for the legs, okay? Starting in a low mountain, and you decide your depth of your squat, right? Some people are going to be super low, some people are going to be higher. What we don't want to do is round the spine, so don't round looking down at the ground. You can hinge at the hips, that's fine, but my spine is still fairly straight. We just don't want to round the back. Here we are. I'm going to cycle through these 5 arm postures a few times. Sinking down, come out of it if you ever need to. Low mountain. Palms together. Bamboo. Cactus. T-shaped arms. Low mountain. Palms together. Bamboo. Cactus. T-shaped arms. Low mountain. Palms together. Bamboo. This is round number 3. Cactus. T-shaped arms. Low mountain. Palms together. This is round number 4. Bamboo. Cactus. I'm doing the pull down because I like that better. T-shaped arms. Low mountain. Here's our 5th one. Palms together. Bamboo. Cactus. T-shaped arms. And come out of it. Shake out the arms. Shake out the legs. Awesome, awesome, awesome job. All right. On this next one, I'm going to do the same cycle, about 4 cycles, but I'm going to weight shift left and right. Okay, so I'm going to go right, left, right, left. Then I'll go palms together, right, left, right, left. Then I'll come up, right, left, and I'm going to do 4 cycles. If you've got to come out of it early, that's okay. We're kind of counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, okay? So it looks like this. Low mountain, sink down, and I'm just weight shifting. It's just a small movement. Right, left, palms together. Right, left. It's okay if you're on the other side, by the way. Right, left. Arms up, right, left. Cactus pull down, right, left. T-shaped arms, right, left. Low mountain, right, left. Palms together, right, left. Arms up, right, left. Cactus pull down, right, left. T-shaped arms, left. Low mountain, right. I've got 2 rounds left, but if you've got to come out of it, okay? Palms together, right, left. Arms up, right, left. Cactus, speeding it up a little bit, right, left. T-shaped arms, right, left. Low mountain, right, left. Palms together, final round, left. Arms up, right, left. Cactus, right, left. T-shaped arms, right, left. All right. Ooh, okay. Working on our endurance here a little bit too. In our legs, right? If you need to kind of recalibrate and reset and do any of those warm-up moves that we already did, that's always fine as well. All right, down to number 3 here after you take a brief break. Same moves, okay? But all I'm gonna do is bounce, okay? So bounce about 3 times. It's okay if you don't bounce exactly 3 times. Maybe just bounce for 3 seconds. And what that looks like is this. So here's low mountain, sink down, and I'm just gonna bounce, 2, 3, palms together. Bounce, 2, 3, okay? So it might be more than 3 bounces. If you did 3 bounces, it would probably be pretty fast, like 1, 2, 3, palms together. 1, 2, 3, arms up. That's pretty fast to talk, so I'm gonna do 3 counts instead of 3 bounces exactly. But it's this kind of short range of motion squat. It does not need to be very deep. You don't need to come up all the way. It's just a little bit of pulsing, okay? Nice dynamic resistance so that one thing is we're burning calories, but we're also kind of working on some balance here and how our body responds to our weight, our body weight moving with gravity. Okay, here we are. Low mountain, sink down, and bounce, 2, 3, palms together. Bounce, 2, 3, coming on up. Bounce, 2, 3, cactus. Bounce, 2, 3, T-shaped arms. Bounce, 2, 3, and low mountain. Bounce, 2, 3, palms together. Bounce, 2, 3, and cactus. Nope, this is bamboo. Bounce, 2, 3, now we're at cactus. Bounce, 2, 3, T-shaped arms. I told you I'd mix them up. Bounce, 2, 3, low mountain. Bounce, 2, 3, palms together. This is our 3rd and final cycle. Bounce, 2, 3, we spent extra time there. Bounce, 2, 3, and cactus. Bounce, 2, 3, out to the sides. Bounce, 2, 3, come out of it. Woo, hoo, 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 hoo. All right, shaking out the arms, shaking out the legs. If you want more intensity, try going a little bit lower. Less intensity, come up a little bit higher. Listen to your body though. If your knees are bugging you, hips are bugging you, don't go as deep, and maybe control the motion a little bit better next time instead of bouncing as hard. So listen to your body, adapt. Even if the adaptation isn't today, maybe it's next time. You're like, oh, okay, I'll do that next time. That's fine. Okay. Now we're down to 2. Okay. 2 looks like this. It's just down and up, down and up. So 2 squats for each move, and we'll do 2 cycles. That's 2 times 5 is 10. 2 cycles is 20 squats. So you decide on the depth. I'm gonna go kind of low here, partly because I wanna get the most out of it that I can, but also partly for demonstration purposes so it's easy to see what I'm doing. You don't have to go this low at all. Here's what it looks like, and let's get started. Low mountain, shoulder blades back, straight spine. Doesn't mean straight up and down, but we hinge at the hips and don't hunch at the back. Here's number 1, and up. Again, you don't have to go this low, and 2, and up. Palms come together. Down, and up, and 2, and up. Arms come up. This one's tough. Down, and up, 2, and up. Cactus pull down. Squeeze the back muscles. Down, and up, down, and up. T-shaped arms. Down, and up, down, and up. If ever you have to come out early, that's fine. I've got one more cycle here, one more round. Down, and up, down, and up. Palms together. Down, and up, down, and up. Bamboo. Down, and up, down, and up. Cactus. Down, and up, down, and up. T-shaped arms. Sinking down, coming on up. Sinking down, last one, coming on up. Oh boy. Shaking out the arms, shaking out the legs. Give yourself as much of a break as you personally need, right? Okay, so we worked our way from 5 of something, 4 of something, side to side, 3 of something, it was bouncing for 3 seconds, 2 of something, 2 squats, and 1 of something. All this is we're gonna hold for 1 big exhale, really squeezing the muscles, okay? So this is an intentionality round. 1 cycle of it, so it should be 5 good deep breaths, right? What we wanna do with our feet is pull them apart, right? Like you're stretching the ground apart. You might be squeezing the legs, you might be squeezing the glutes, you might be really squeezing the chest muscles for prayer palms, the back muscles for low mountain, the core. I don't really want to be too vigorous on the shoulders up overhead. The back muscles again when we pull down, pull the shoulder blades back for T-shaped arms, those kinds of things. So we're just being very intentional about a really good grrr exhale, right? So like, I'm not saying getting angry with it. I like people being happy, but you know, get a little, I guess you can get ferocious without getting angry. How about that? Get ferocious, don't get angry. Here we are, starting in low mountain. I'm gonna sink down, draw the feet apart like you're pulling the ground apart with your legs. You can't see me doing it because my feet are stuck to the ground, but here we are. Nice deep breath in. Give it a good exhale. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze the core, exhale. And then palms come together. Breathing in. Give it a good exhale and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Like you're a rock and nobody could even push you an inch. Nice deep breath coming on up with the arms. When I exhale, I'm going to sink down a little bit. Exhale, squeeze. Maybe making fists. Breathing in, coming up. Pull down, elbows down to the sides. We've got our cactus, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Drawing the feet apart. And T-shaped arms, breathing in. Nice deep exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades back and down. Drawing the feet apart. And come out of it. Get a drink of water here. That was our 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 of the day. Well, I don't think we do that every day, but it's kind of fun. Hey guys, while you're getting started here, don't forget to subscribe. Enjoy. All right. Did I mention this is a class with a high emphasis on intentionality without weights, right? You've got to really squeeze the muscles. All right. Shake out the arms, shake out the legs. Hopefully you got a little break there. I'm going to work the core a little bit for myself. You can decide if you want to modify these in different ways. There might be ways that you like doing core exercises in other classes. Here's how I'm going to start. Hands on the wall. Feet away from the wall a little bit, and I'm just marching the right knee up, squeezing and exhaling. Switching sides, left knee up, squeeze and exhale. Okay? So I'm just going left and right. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We'll do it for a minute or so. Get a good exhale as you squeeze. That'll really help to engage the abdominals. If you're freestanding, not holding onto a wall, that's fine. Right? You're working balance a little bit there too. I don't generally like to get fatigued and work on balance at the same time, but if you're not that fatigued yet, then it's probably not a big risk. I don't know. You decide your capacity for balance yourself. I like the wall, so that's where I'm going to get. Here we are. Yeah. Hands on the wall. Unlock the knees a little bit. And right knee up. Squeeze and exhale. Switching sides. Squeeze and exhale. Switching sides. Switching sides. Make sure we're breathing. All right, here's one more little trick. If you're at the wall, you can take your left hand and push down on your right knee, being your own resistance here, okay? You can take your right hand and push down on your left knee, being your own resistance here. If you're freestanding, you can try that same thing, but you might just take both hands and push down instead of one and then the other. You can just take both and push down. At the wall, I like to do opposites, right to left. And if you're pretty intentional about this, you can get a lot out of it. All right, I'm going to hold these next couple for about 5 or 6 seconds. So here we are. In through the nose. Give it a good exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. One more on each side. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and come out of it there. Shake out the legs, move the waist, right? Move the hips around. And there we are. Okay, this next little series is going to be some back, a little bit of legs. It's just 2 moves, right? We go between bamboo and our cactus pull down. So we're squeezing the lats, right? Squeezing the shoulder blades back and down. But I'm going to alternate left and right with the hands. So here's what it looks like with the feet. I like wide feet for this. Traditionally, bamboo might have narrower feet. Same with cactus. I like the wide base of support and the separation of my knees so that I'm not buckling in like this, keeping them apart, right? That's safer, okay? What was I gonna say? Sink down a little bit to your preferred depth, right? That's all very personal. You decide how deep you go. I'm gonna come up with both arms. And for now, let's just pull down both at the same time. So elbows pull out and down, sink at the knees and hips a little bit. Okay, pull the shoulder blades down. Really squeeze these muscles in the back and sides. Come on up. Then I'm going to start to alternate here. So you kind of know what it feels like now, right? So then right pulls down, squeeze those muscles on the back, right. Come on up. Sink down, pull the left down. It's okay if you're on the opposite side, that's fine with me. Coming on up. Right hand pulling down. Give it a good squeeze, but I'll tell you what, I've squeezed so hard that I'm pretty sure I caused a cramp in my lats before. So listen to your body and what it can handle. Come on up. Down on the right. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. This is number 3. I think I'm going to go for 5 on each side for now. Take a brief break and then we'll do it again. And 3 on the left. Coming on up. 4. Coming on up. 4. One more on each side. And you can always go faster or slower than this. I'm just trying to be really intentional about my squeeze and my exhale. Okay, just to rotate around here. Okay, and come up. All right, shake out the arms, shake out the legs. When I rotate, you don't have to rotate. I'm just showing you different angles. All right. I'm going to do that same series again. I am going to have narrower feet here. See how you feel about it. See if you can determine if you have a preference. If you don't, then great. If you don't have a preference, I would assume stick with the wide base of support for balance, but listen to your gut on that one. Here we are. So I'm going to have narrower feet to see if I like it. The focus here is still my back muscles anyway, right? I'm moving my legs, but my focus is my back. So I'm not too worried about the legs here. As long as I'm not buckling in at the knees and doing anything weird, twisty stuff with the knees. So here we are, coming on up. And right down, pulling down. So I can already tell you I'm not able to squat quite as low without hinging forward quite a bit. Now, if you do want to hinge forward, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But just know you've got to keep your core tight so that when you hinge forward, your back is fairly in line, your spine is nice and in a nice tight line. So I'm not pulling straight down quite as well here, but that's okay. You can hinge forward. It just seems like a lot's going on, right? It seems like a little too much for me. I don't hate it though. I don't dislike it. In fact, I might kind of like it. But if I widen up my feet, it's just easier to kind of just pull down. Sink down for me. And up. Switch sides. All right, I've got 2 more on each side. If you've got to come out of it early, that's always okay, right? There we go. Coming on down. And last one on each side. For the back. Pull down. One more. And let the arms swing for a second here. Shake out the arms, roll the shoulders, take a brief break, maybe even get some water. Let me get a sip too, actually. That sounds nice. Okay. Let's do a little warrior series, a little warrior flow. I have a chair here. I haven't used it like at all today, but it's always nice to have in these classes just in case you want to put your hands on it. And I do use it for the recovery roll-up stretch at the end. As you guys know, here I am facing, I'm going to call this the short edge of the mat, whereas this is the long edge of the mat, okay? And I only use it to orient you guys to where my feet are really and where my shoulders are pointing. You don't ever have to have a mat. You can just kind of visualize forward, whatever that is for you, is the short edge. Perpendicular to that is the long edge. You don't have to have a mat. In this. Which means you could just, just go for it. Do this in the middle of a mall somewhere someday. Maybe don't do that. All right, here we are. Low mountain, unlock the knees. I'm facing the short edge of my mat. Right foot steps back. Within, a reasonable distance. We don't need it to go back as far as possible. It's not a stretch. We're not trying to test our range of motion here. It's just a step back, and then we're squeezing the glutes in the back. Here's where intentionality comes into play. Really squeeze the back glutes, squeeze the quadriceps. The front leg is pushing forward as the back leg pulls back. That front knee should be stacked above the front ankle with a vertical shin, not pointed forward like that. We don't want that stuff. It should be pretty vertical, roughly. Okay, so we were in low mountain here. What I'm going to do is turn my back toe out toward the long edge of the mat. So like this, and then come up into T-shaped arms. So this overall body posture, some people would call warrior 2, but my arms are in the same posture as we did earlier for T-shaped arms. Now we want to keep our spine nice and vertical so we're not leaned forward or back really, just pretty up and down, nice tight core. That front knee is still stacked. The back toe is roughly perpendicular. You just don't want them opened up and twisted back too far. Just opened up toward the long edge of the mat. Here we are. Then we can drop the hands, and you can step forward in one fell swoop or lots of little hops. That's fine with me. Okay, left foot stepping back. Turn the back toe open toward the long edge of the mat. T-shaped arms, nice vertical spine. We don't want to lean forward too much or back too much. Nice vertical spine. Front knee is stacked. Draw the feet apart, squeezing the glutes, right? And then drop the hands, step forward into low mountain. All right, right foot steps back. Turn the back toe open. T-shaped arms or warrior two. Okay, nice tight core. I'm going to add to it here, coming on up. Okay, so we've got warrior two posture on the lower half, warrior one posture on this upper half, or bamboo arms here, right? Straight up and down if you can. Forward is fine. Okay, so if you can't get them up, that's okay. Forward is fine. Don't force your spine into hyperextension. Don't jet your chin forward to get your ears beside your biceps. You can just tuck your chin back and bring the arms forward. That's fine with me. As usual. All right. There we are, stepping forward after we bring our hands down. And again, it can be one step or multiple. Left foot steps back. Draw the feet apart. Turn the back toe open. T-shaped arms. Drawing the feet apart here. Squeeze the glutes in the back. Draw that front foot forward. And arms come up. Step forward into low mountain. All right, we're going to connect some dots here and add a move that'll make it a little bit more seamless. Right foot steps back. Right toe out. So I did that all in kind of one step. You're welcome to do what we were doing, where you step back and then turn. But if you prefer and you feel safe, just don't twist your foot, right? Don't plant your foot and twist and irritate your knee and your ankle. You can step back with the toe already pointed out, if you choose. Okay, so I'm just making it a little bit more seamless. You decide if you want to kind of cut out that first step and then turn. All right, T-shaped arms. Arms come up. And then we'll come palms together, down in front of the stomach. You want to give it a good exhale and really squeeze the core just like normal. Tuck the tail, squeeze the glutes, draw the feet apart, all the stuff. And then step forward into low mountain. Okay, left foot steps back. You decide if you want to point the toe out to the sides right away. T-shaped arms. Draw the feet apart. Arms come up. Then palms together, front and center, right in front of the sternum. My sternum is facing the long back edge of this mat here, by the way. Drop the hands, step forward into low mountain. All right, switching sides, right foot steps back. T-shaped arms, warrior two. Awesome job today, by the way. We did a bunch of the tough stuff at the beginning. Not that this isn't hard, but this one's a little more flow to it, less grueling on the legs, I would say. Palms come together and down in front of the sternum. Okay. Then from here, what I'm going to add is turning forward. Okay, turn forward toward that chair again. All right, so we just turned. That's the only addition now, and we'll add more to it in a second. Step forward into low mountain. Left foot steps back, toe comes out. Warrior two. Nice tight core, vertical spine, vertical shin in the front. Arms come up into bamboo arms. Palms come down in front of the center of the chest, center of the sternum. And then all we added last time was turn the back toe toward the front toe, right? Toward the front knee, okay? Turn it forward, short edge of the mat. Drawing the feet apart still, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the glutes. And step forward into low mountain. Right foot back. We'll add to it here, turn out. T-shaped arms. Arms come up. Palms together, squeeze, give it a good exhale. Okay, turn forward. Now, from here, and that, for me, that's kind of like a little bit of a hop on the back foot. You don't want to like plant and twist the knee a whole lot. I just kind of pivot, right? I bounce my weight a little bit. That's okay, as long as it feels safe for you. Now, from here, I'm going to hinge forward, creating a fairly straight line from my heels, hips, shoulders, and ears. If this is too much on your low back, here's where I like to use a chair just to hold on to. I won't need it today. I'm not doing a whole lot on my low back today. Palms together as we have hinged forward. Okay, so where were we? We turned, hinge forward, and then from there we're just going to step forward into low mountain. Okay, left foot steps back. You decide if you want to turn the toe out right away or step back and then turn the toe out. T-shaped arms. Arms come up. Palms together, front and center. Turn toward the short edge of the mat. Then what we added was hinge forward at the hips, creating a fairly straight line from the heels, hips, shoulders, and ears. And step forward into low mountain. Okay. I'm going to add 2 moves on this next one. They'll be kind of consecutive. They'll make sense together. It'll be down and then up. Low mountain arms, bamboo arms. Low mountain arms, bamboo arms in the same posture that we just were with the palms together. So I'll show you what I mean. Low mountain, right foot back. And this is going to be our last addition here. Right toe out. And then we'll kind of flow through this a little bit more quickly in a rhythm. Coming on up, arms come up. Palms together. Turn toward the front foot. Hinge forward. So here it is. We're adding 2 moves at once. Down with the arms into low mountain or airplane, basically. This is almost airplane with the arms in line with the leg and the spine in the back. Okay. Then come up the body with the arms. Bamboo arms again, fairly straight line from the heels, hips, shoulders, and ears, and even the fingertips now. Then we step forward into low mountain. So just a reverse really quick, just to show you. Hinge forward, hands point down toward the heel, hands point up the ramp. Step forward into low mountain. Okay? Right foot back, right toe out. Warrior 2. Arms come up, palms together. Turn toward the front. If we get mixed up, that's okay. It happens to me every day. Hinge forward. Hands down toward the heel. Shoulder blades squeeze back, squeeze the back muscles. Hands come up the ramp. Fairly straight line from the heels, hips, shoulders, and ears, and even the fingertips now. Step forward into low mountain. All right, I'm going to cycle through that. That's our final product, right? That's our final sequence. If you need to modify anything or just skip an entire move, that's okay. Like I said, I'm going to flow through it here. Maybe, I don't know, 3 times, 2 times, 3 times. We'll try for 3 on each side, and then we'll do a quick cool down. Here we are. Right foot back, flowing through it. T-shaped arms, come on up. Arms are up. Palms together. Turn toward the front. Hinge forward. Hands down toward the heels. Hands come up the ramp. Step forward into low mountain. Left foot back, left toe out. T-shaped arms. Arms come up. Palms together in front of the sternum. Turn toward the front foot. Hinge forward. Hands down toward the back heel. Hands come up the ramp. Step forward into low mountain. Right foot back, right toe out. T-shaped arms. Arms come up. Palms in front of the sternum. Turn toward the front toe. Hinge forward. Hands down toward the back heel. Hands come up the ramp. Step forward into low mountain. Left foot back. Turn to the left. T-shaped arms. Arms come up. Palms together. Turn toward the front. Hinge forward at the hips. Hands toward the back heel. Arms come up the ramp. Step forward into low mountain. 1 more on each side. Right foot back. Right toe out. T-shaped arms. Arms come up. Palms together. Turn toward the front. If you gotta go slower, that's okay. Hinge forward. Hands toward the back heel. Arms come up the ramp. Step forward into low mountain. Left foot back, final time here. Oop, I'm losing my balance. Left toe out. T-shaped arms. Arms come up. Palms together in front of the sternum. Turn forward toward the short edge of the mat. Hinge forward. And hands down toward the back heel. Arms come up the ramp. Step forward into low mountain. Woo! All right, everybody, great job today. We did a lot on the legs. We didn't do too much on the low back, I would say, today, or too much that would bother the low back, but I'll still do that recovery just in case. If you're finding that there's a lot of tension, a lot of bound up energy in this low back, upper, where the pelvis kind of connects with the low back area, consider tucking the tail more next class. And that might limit your range of motion. You might not be able to step back as far if your tail is tucked, but at least your tail won't be flared up. And like I said, binding up energy there is kind of irritating it potentially. Here we are. Nice wide feet. Here's our cool down, palms together. Split at the top, and I face a chair for this specifically so that I can have a vertical spine until my hands can support me, can touch a surface. Then we push the bottom up, getting a stretch in the hamstrings. All right, a little stretch here. You can always stay longer for that move. Tuck the tail and roll up with each vertebrae one after the other. Okay, let me turn here for another view. Nice wide feet, palms together. Split at the top, sink at the knees and hips. Push the bottom up, and like I say, in most classes, we don't want to round the spine, except when we're doing this recovery stretch, we do kind of round the spine. We tuck the tail and we tuck the chin so that one vertebrae comes up after the other, right? So we're not really honoring that concept of not rounding the spine for this. This one's one thing after the other, kind of like it snakes up. So it's still controlled, even though it's not the same thing we do during our resistance exercises, right? When we're working out. This one's recovery, so it's a little different. Split, sink down, mobilizing all those joints is good at this point. Bottom up, tuck the tail, tuck the chin. Slow and steady up. Go ahead and keep on going there if you like. Good to recover as much as you can, as much as you have time for. Really quick, everybody, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see when I post new videos like these.